It has ultimate, but largely discretionary, jurisdiction over all state and federal courts.
Yes. But what does it really mean to me and my family?
That is a great question. Why don't we go over some of the more recent Supreme Court cases?
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Well, for instance, Marbury versus Madison, 1803, gave us judicial review.
Brown versus the Board of Education in 1954 desegregated schools.
Oh.
How about Roe v. Wade?
That's a good one.
Well, here's one. The United States, wait a minute, no, here's one. Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission in 2010.
Now, what was the ruling in that case?
Corporations can buy our elections.
What were the numbers on each side?
That the government may not ban political spending by corporations in candidate elections.
But wait. Does that mean a corporation can legally buy an election?
Yes, indeed it does. Right? Because our 14th Amendment doesn't explain to us exactly what kind of sort of type of person our supreme laws are supposed to protect.
Okay.
Right?
But what about artificial persons? Like groups of persons.
Yeah. Well, a person's just a person, though. How hard can it be to tell a person from not a person?
No. They're artificial persons.
Oh.
Like groups of persons.
Oh.
Like corporations. Like, there are corporate persons, of course. And they give rights, for goodness sake.
That's weird.
Oh, these and the artificial persons fight. They can't decide who is right. They must bring it to the highest court in the land, to the judges with the utmost overhead. Oh, these are judges who we trust the most, who we trust the most, who we trust the most. These are the judges that we trust the most, the judges who decide for us. So, can you explain to us, honorable judges, how you determine who is an actual person?
A person has a distinct identity with a legal personality. Could be Mobile or your Uncle Joe, Mona Santa or good old Wells Fargo.
A doctor is a person in the neighborhood, a person who you see each day.
A worker is a person in the neighborhood. From the neighborhood.
A worker is a person in the neighborhood, a person who you see each day.
A teacher is a person from your neighborhood. From your neighborhood. From your neighborhood. Yes,
A teacher is a person in the neighborhood, a person who you see each day. Exxon is a person in your neighborhood. Monsanto and yes, these are the persons in your neighborhood, the corporate persons that you see each day. Wow! Isn't that great? Did you have any idea that we trust these supreme jurists to make such important decisions for us each and every day, like who we get to sit next to on the bus, or who and what has the right to claim a human right? Did you hear that? It's time to play our favorite game. Are you ready? Yeah! Okay, so we see that we have a group of persons over here, right? Do you see that? One of these persons is not like the other. These persons doesn't belong. Can you tell which one is not like the other by the time we finish our song?
No, that's ridiculous. It's obviously her. She's lacking culture and education. It's written all over her face.
Oh, when you two cut it out, it's obviously that one there. She's the only woman with glasses.
No. You have to look harder. Look closer. There are persons who are human beings. They're persons made up of flesh and bone. There is one person here who is actually living. If you guess which one, you can all go on home.
Why, of course! I've got it! It's that one!
Yes, you got it right!
Oh, of course I got it right! I'm a judge!
Okay. But can you tell us why that one is different from the others?
Well, you can clearly see that one's wearing all black! Duh! Shame! Oh! Shame on him! Shame on him!
Shame!
Oh, we're gonna tell him. We're gonna give him a piece of our mind today, aren't we?
Yeah!
We're tired. We're sick and tired of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shame. Shame. Oh, shame on them. Shame. Shame on them. Shame on you. Shame. Oh, shame. Hey, shame on you. For many a year, oh yes, a vote was once citizen.
One citizen, one vote.
But we found out just now that it's a corporation. Huh. That ain't right. Shame. Oh, yeah. Shame. Oh, yeah. Shame. Woo-hoo. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know what I'm talking about. Shame. Woo. Shame on you. They thought they had us where they want us, yeah.
Where's that?
And we weren't gonna raise a fuss.
Got us.
They treated us bad, oh yeah. Now they'll have to deal with us, right? Shame. Oh yeah. Shame. Oh yeah. Shame. Shame on you, oh Lord. Shame. Ooh. Shame. Ooh. Shame on you. Can I get some yous pointing at them? Here we go now. You. Point at them. You know who they are. You know why we're mad, right? Corporate
Corporation ain't no citizen. Corporation ain't no person. We're gonna end all this crap right now. And we ain't gonna stop until we get justice, right? You Occupy won't leave them alone. No, we ain't gonna go back home. They think they could make it easy. Oh, but our anger is much too strong. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, shame. Shame, shame. Oh, yeah. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Oh, yes. Shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame. Even your mama ain't proud of shame. Shame on you. Shame on him. Shame on him. Corporation ain't no person. Shame, 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 shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. Gotta go back home now. We gonna stay right here, 2 by 2. Ain't gonna stop until the job is through. Gonna move on up, 3 by 3. Ain't gonna stop until we get equality. Gonna move on up, 4 by 4. Ain't gonna stop until you open the door. Gonna move on up, 5 by 5. Ain't gonna stop while we're still alive. Gonna move on up, 6 by 6. Gonna rain down on them like a ton of bricks. Hanging out. Gonna move on up, 10 by 10. And if they come back, we gonna do it again. Shame. Yes. Shame.
Yeah. Wow. The Backbone Campaign, the Supremes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A huge shout out to the Backbone Campaign, bringing spectacle, bringing puppetry, bringing voices, joy to the movement. And there is a movement, folks. My name is David Cobb. I am the spokesperson for the Move to Amend Coalition, a multiracial. Yeah, shout out! The Move to Amend Coalition is a multiracial, multi-ethnic coalition of groups, individuals, organizations coming together with a singular purpose: to demand to win a constitutional amendment to make it clear corporations are not persons. They do not have inherent inalienable rights. And money is not political speech. And I want to be clear, the Move to Amend Coalition is committed to both. Doctrines must be abolished. We cannot overturn corporate personhood and still allow wealthy individuals to spend unlimited amounts of money in our elections. Are we right? Yes. Are you with us? Yes. It is my distinct pleasure now to bring to you the man who probably helped popularize the phrase corporate personhood. I'm talking about the most popular progressive talk show host in the country. You know him as the author of Unequal Protection. You know him as the host of the Tom Hartman Show. I know him as an American and a personal friend. Tom Hartman!
Thank you. And David understates his own role. David has been so much at the forefront of this, all the way back to running for president on the Green Party ticket. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. The Supreme Court said implicitly in their Citizens United decision that they were expanding freedom, that we should have the freedom to hear what these corporate persons have to say. This was the main rationale of the Citizens United decision. But in fact, the consequence of that is that the freedom of real persons has diminished while the freedom of these giant corporations has been enhanced. Franklin Roosevelt in 1936 said, "A necessitous man is not a free man." You can't be free if you don't have a job. You can't be free if you don't have a home. You can't be free if you don't have food. You can't be free if you're sick. You can't get healed. That what these five, and it's five, not the whole nine, but what the ruling five on the Supreme Court are saying, and virtually the entire Republican Party, what they are saying is that freedom means the freedom to die without health care. Right? That's not my idea of freedom. It means that freedom in America means the freedom to work a 70-hour work week without having a union representing you. It means the freedom to graduate from college massively in debt so you're a wage slave the rest of your life. It means the freedom, the Supreme Court says freedom means the freedom to retire in poverty. The Supreme Court says that freedom means the freedom to get cancer from the air, the water, and the soil because the corporations are free to pollute it. It means the Supreme Court says that freedom means the freedom to watch your nation crumble around you as the infrastructure disintegrates and the corporations take their money offshore and Romney takes his money to the Cayman Islands. I mean, the Supreme Court says that freedom means that you have the freedom to have your savings robbed by the banksters. It says that you have freedom to start a small business and watch it get crushed by a giant transnational company. You looked at a mall lately, 30 years ago they used to be all small businesses, family-owned businesses. Now you can't tell one city from another. It's insane. Have you ever seen, for example, a national television network discussing the issue of free trade, or the issue of corporations being persons, or the issue of money being... Oh no, we're not going to talk about that, because they're corporations and they're persons too. Freedom, they say, according to the Supreme Court, is the freedom for us to for subsidies to the oil industry and the nuclear power industry and have functionally no say in it. They say it's the freedom to have our laws written by lobbyists. They say it's the freedom to watch our jobs go all over the world. And it's the freedom to purchase happiness. Fundamentally, these are the opposites of freedom. These are our losses of freedom. And if we want to regain freedom in the United States, perhaps for individual human beings, the people, the 14th Amendment was written for. I mean, it was written to free the slaves, but it was also written to identify the values of all of us, the freedom of all of us. The 14th Amendment, it doesn't say natural before the word person. It should, but clearly they meant that. Come on, it was written to free the slaves. That we have to say these two things, that money is property, it's not speech, and that corporations are corporations. They're artificial beings, not human beings, and roll back these policies. I will just leave with this last. This is a thought I'd like you to just contemplate, and then I'm boogie out of here. In 1856 in Dred Scott, this same Supreme Court said that people are property. Dred Scott affirmed slavery. In 2010, the Supreme Court said property is people. Both decisions are insane and need to be repealed.
Thank you so much, Tom. This event would not have come together but for the groups and organizations who make up the Move to Amend Coalition. I am so very honored now to bring up to you Annabelle Park, one of the founders of the Coffee Party USA. Annabelle Park.
Hi there. I hope you guys are all coffee drinkers here. I want to say something a little personal. I don't know how many of you guys have friends or family say, "Why do you do this? Like, why do you spend all your time?" Exactly. Why are you out in the cold protesting? Why do you do what you do? Spend all your time trying to fix the government. And my mom, in particular, she asks me about this all the time. How many of you have family and friends who ask you this? Okay. All right. Well, so the answer I had from Mom and some friends was that I feel like this isn't just about Citizens United, or even money in politics. It's about who owns our government. And I think that's really what's at stake here. I mean, we no longer feel like we are the owners of all this. This is our government right here. And we really do feel like there's an occupation, Wall Street and industries occupying Washington. That's the reality. It's a political reality, and it's a psychological reality. We don't feel like we have a voice, we have a say right now. And that's why we have some of the policies that we have. And so I think we can get I think we can get very distracted by the policies, but really what it comes down to is that we're in a power struggle here. And I think that we have to figure out which are our battles. That's the war. It's a power struggle over who owns the government. And the battle we have to win is about money and politics. And the fight we have today with the Supreme Court and Citizens United about not just what a corporation is, but who we are. We are the owners of this government. And so we can't forget this. And we can't allow our friends and family and our neighbors to forget that they have a responsibility to help occupy this government so that it's not vacated and it's not empty. It's so that we have people squatting in it. We have corporations and lobbyists squatting in it. We have to be very actively involved. And so I guess that's something that I would really love to convey to everyone in this fight and across the country, that we have a responsibility to own this government and to stay in it, unoccupy it, and not disengage. I have heard too many people, unfortunately, talk about how the process is so broken, we might as well not vote and not engage. I just don't think that's an option. I think we have to fight our way back a little bit at a time. We can't not vote. We can't disengage. We can't get so cynical that we say, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to allow it to just fall apart. So I hope you join me in making a very strong statement that we demand that we get corporate money and big money out of our government, and that we ask everyone to really forcefully engage in the political process and not let up. Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle. Annabelle Park of the Coffee Party USA, the most recent addition to the Move to Amend Coalition. And now I want to bring up one of the founders of the Move to Amend Coalition, and actually one of the leaders of the growing democracy movement in the United States of America. Because let's be clear, this is a democracy movement at its core. Bill Mansky is the founder of the Liberty Tree Foundation. Mansky is the founder of the Wisconsin Wave, one of the leaders of the fight back in Wisconsin. Bill Mansky.
Wow, are you beautiful. You know, I did go to school in Wisconsin, and I remember a passage that we recited. We were compelled to recite it, but I am happy to recite with liberty and justice for all. That is the American creed. That is the promise of this country, the greatest promise of this country. Liberty and justice for all. And another way for saying that is equality. Our creed is equality, prerequisite, requirement for a functioning democracy. There was a revolution in this country. When? There were several revolutions in this country. Let's go back to the beginning. There were 2 classes under law in the North, and there were 3 classes under law in the colonies. There was the aristocracy. There was the aristocracy. Were the common folk, the free men, they called them, and there were the slaves. And the revolution abolished one of those classes. It was such a radical change. It is in our Constitution that we have forgotten that it used to be that there was a class that had special rights and special privileges under law. And our Constitution there shall be no title to nobility. Today, we have an un-American attack on that creed of equality. It was not enough that the 1% owned the banks and tried to drive out the little banks and the community banks. It was not enough that they owned the major corporations to drive out the small businesses. It was not enough they owned the agribusiness corporations trying to drive out the small farmers. Hey there, brother. It was not enough. They are now working with their brothers, I won't say sisters, but their brothers on the bench in the Supreme Court to enshrine their power and their privileges in the Constitution. They are trying to enshrine class rule in the United States of America to say that if you commit a crime, you go to prison. If they commit a crime, their corporation pays a fine. That they have the right to buy elections and you have no right to vote for your candidate of your choice, whether it's Jill Stein or David Cobb or somebody else. That is what this struggle is about. We are the defenders of the promise of America, the promise of equality, the promise of democracy, and that is why we are putting that on notice, that their time is over and we will win.
He knows of which he speaks, helped to be one of the many people who collected 1 million signatures to recall Walker in Wisconsin. They are on notice. And it is now my distinct pleasure to bring to the microphone one of the founders of Code Pink. She is a founder of Global Exchange, probably the premier human rights organization in the United States of America. And I got to say, but for Code Pink, we would not have been able to do this event. Thank you, Code Pink. Thank you, Medea Benjamin.
Well, just look around you. We've got beautiful building behind us, and we got a beautiful building over there, and we're supposed to respect these institutions. Do you respect these institutions today? So we have a government that's going around the world occupying other countries, invading other countries, bombing other countries, and then telling them, we're going to tell you how to build your democracy. Give me a break. You know what people around the world are saying? Go home and fix your own democracy. And that's exactly what we're going to do. You know, I know these Supreme Court justices are very erudite people. They've studied the law, but they haven't learned very simple lessons. I wrote this in 30 seconds. Let's see. Elections, say it with me. Elections plus corporate money equals corruption. Pretty simple. Well, one of the things I think they're going to learn from us this year is that we now have an Occupy movement around this country. That this movement has said, we are fed up, we're sick and tired, and we ain't gonna take it no more, right? So all around the country today, people are occupying the courts. Yeah. And you know, we've had a lot of reporters have come up and said, why are you occupying the courts? Why are you occupying the courts? Well, we say they are the scene of the crime 2 years ago with their despicable decision, Citizens United. But we say they are not the only culprits. And we are not just occupying the courts, right? Right. So let's do a little mic check here. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Occupy the courts. Occupy the courts. Occupy Congress. Occupy Congress. Occupy the White House. Occupy the White House. Occupy the Republicans. Occupy the Republicans. Occupy the Democrats. Occupy the Democrats. Occupy America. Thank you.
Oh my God, Medea Benjamin. Yes. You know, if we had a functioning democracy, that woman would be in that building behind us right now. You know, the reality is, Medea shared with us, the United States of America was not a functioning democracy before Citizens United. We recognize that this movement has to go deeper than just corporate money elections. We've got to get to the root of the matter. As Ben Mansky said, the ruling class, the genuine, not even 1%, folks. It's a great meme, but it's really about 1/4 of 1% who have hijacked every single one of our institutions, and they expect us to roll over. But ya basta! Enough already. We're not going to do it. And now we're going to bring up to the stage somebody who is a long-distance runner movement, somebody who has been working on independent politics for as long as I have known her, for almost 20 years now. I'm talking about George Friday of the Independent Progressive Politics Network and one of the founders of Move to Amend.
Greetings. A friend of mine, whenever he speaks, he says, "Hello, family." Hello. I think it's wonderful, and when I thought about that this morning, it actually reminded me of part of what I wanted to share with y'all, because if y'all were family, it's time for an intervention, y'all. Have you ever seen that show, Intervention? At the end, you know, they show y'all this heavy stuff, and then they sit around with somebody who has issues and problems, and they talk about, you know, how badly that person has done and what they're going to do if they don't change their behavior. And for us, we're dealing with folks who have a serious addiction, corporate money, don't you think? Yeah. Now, we can't expect them to get off it on their own. They've been on that, smoking that crack rock of corporate money for a minute. And crack rock can be very easily addictive. Somebody who was cool 6 years ago stuck up on the crack rock this time. So part of what we need to do in terms of doing an intervention with that part of our family, because we can believe and hope and feel that they're worthwhile human beings, all right? Well, we have to take away any of our cooperation with their horrible behavior. Don't write a check to any Democrats, y'all. Don't write a check to any Republicans. Don't write a check for anyone who's part of the status quo. Not this election. All right? Make them know that. Put something in your local paper. Make some flyers. Take them down to the grocery store. You are not going to get any of our money. You got enough of the corporation's money. All right? Put an ad in the paper if you need to, and find out who's getting money from whom. Put that in the paper. Y'all know how much money he got from this corporation, how much money she got from that corporation. Tell the truth. It's time for us to stop being polite. You can't be polite. When you're doing an intervention, all holes, you know, no holds barred. Hardcore intervention. All right. So that was one of the things I wanted to say in my little 3 minutes. And that's serious. Think about the way you stop cooperating with a system that's got their boot on your neck. You know, come on, we got more sense than that now. The other thing, though, that's great about today, and Bill Moyer said earlier that in some ways, 2 years ago, the Supreme Court did us a favor, which I staggered for a minute, a favor, because Bill said that it gave us the opportunity to come together. That's absolutely true. We do need to build that democracy movement that David talked about. And Ben Mansky talked about the promise of democracy. Y'all, I've been hearing about the promise of democracy since I could barely walk. And I'm now over 50. That is a lie, a lie, a lie. Therefore, we take it back. So I encourage you to think about the kind of constitution you want. The constitution that they written, it didn't have nothing to do with me. No. It took a movement about as big as the movement we're doing now so that I could be seen as a person. Right. And these efforts over across the street want to do it with a stroke of a pen? I think not. Yeah. So that means, so not only addition do we stop participating in a system that has the boot on our necks, but we also have to make sure we're taking the steps to go beyond that. Don't just settle even for this amendment if we get it. Yeah. Let's not settle till we have a real constitution that makes real guarantees that we know we can stand behind. Thank you. Yeah.
George Friday, y'all. That's the real deal right there. And now it is my distinct pleasure to bring to the stage one of the organizers of Freedom Plaza, one of the organizers for Occupy Washington, D.C. You know her, Margaret Flowers.
Thank you so much, David. Awesome to be here. So, corporate control of our political process is at the root of the problems in this nation. For every crisis that we face, there are solutions. And for many of them, supermajorities of us already support them. But Congress and the White House are going in the opposite direction on every single one. You may remember me during the healthcare reform. I served as a congressional fellow for Physicians for a National Health Program. The majority of people in the United States want a single-payer health program. The majority of physicians want a single-payer health program. But were we allowed to be heard? No. But who was in there? The lobbyists for the insurance companies, the lobbyists for the pharmaceutical companies, big business. They were the ones that were allowed to testify, and we ended up with a Wall Street healthcare bill that further entrenches the private corporations into our healthcare. It's the opposite direction that we want to go, and now that they've gotten that, they're going after our public programs. They're trying to privatize our Medicaid and our Medicare, and this is not acceptable. It's happening in every single issue. Privatization of education, privatization of the criminal justice system, our energy policy. It's all being influenced by these corporations, and how are we going to stop it? We're going to stop it by building an independent, broad-based, nonviolent, transformative movement, and that's why I occupy Washington, D.C. The Move to Amend agenda is essential. It's fundamental to ending this corporate control of our political process. And so it's fundamental to the Occupy movement. It's not the only solution. We've got to build this big movement to make these changes happen and keep building alternative systems outside of this corporate structure to shift power, create a real democracy in this country and around the world. So I'm glad to be here. Glad to see you here. Let's keep building. Let's keep occupying. Let's occupy everywhere.
Occupy everywhere indeed, because let me tell you something. I'm proud to say I was part of the global justice movement of the 90s when we were following corporate money around at the WTO and the IMF, World Bank. And let me say that I am humbled by the young people who have the genius to say it's not enough to follow them around, but we got to occupy our own communities where we live, work, and play, because that's where we can actually exercise real power. So as somebody who has a little bit of experience in the movement, let me say with genuine humility, thank you, Occupy. Thank you for reminding us that we've got real power and that we can actually exercise it. And now I want to bring up somebody who has been on the front lines of her community in her state. I'm talking about Dr. Jill Stein, who has been an advocate for single-payer health care, an advocate for public-financed elections, frankly, an advocate for transformational reform in the United States of America. Dr. Jill Stein.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who is here, because this is what Citizens Uniting really looks like. This is about citizens uniting to take back our rights of personhood, our constitutional rights, because in granting them to corporations, basically been taken away from human beings. So we need to take them back. The free speech, the granting of free speech being a case in point. Because if corporations have free speech rights and money is free speech, well, they've got the deep pockets and the big bucks, and they're going to drown us out. Are we going to let that happen? No way. I want to just tell you about one thing. Back in Massachusetts 15 years ago, we passed campaign finance reform. We passed publicly funded elections. Yeah. But you know what happened? We did not also change the political system, because we passed it by a referendum by a 2-to-1 margin. And what happened within a matter of months was that the legislators repealed it and put us right back where we started. It brought home to me that this is a bigger fight than one single legislation.
This is about building a movement for peace, justice, and democracy, all of them together. And that movement is alive and well all over the United States and the world, for that matter, from the democracy revolutions in the Middle East, the student strikes in Europe, the uprising in Madison, and the Occupy movement all over the United States, and we are all a part of that unstoppable movement. And one of those places to take that movement, of course, is into the voting booth. This is about occupying elections and occupying the ballot box as well. They all need to be taken back by us, because right now, if we don't occupy them, we have surrendered them to the powers that be, and we need to fight them on all fronts. That's not to say we don't keep movement building in every way that we can, but it's important, in my view, to cast a vote not for the predatory politics as usual, but for the real alternatives that represent us. And in that line, I want to say I am proud to be here, as far as I can tell, as the only presidential candidate who is here supporting Move to Amend. And I want to also just remind you that it was the Green Party that has been calling for a constitutional amendment to take away corporate personhood since 1996. So I want to just affirm that this is a perfect storm, that government of, by, and for the 1% is crashing under its own weight right now, that people have had it up to here, 25 million who need jobs, 50 million who need health care, 6 million who have lost their homes, another 3 million in the pipeline, 30 million college students and recent graduates who cannot afford to pay their loans back and are indentured servants. So that system is crumbling under its own weight. People are standing up, rising up, and taking the system back. It is time to take back that promise of democracy. Don't let them give you no for an answer. It is our time. We can have a healthy, just, peaceful, green future, and we can have it now. Thank you.
Jill Stein, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Jill Stein. You know, I think it's very important to recognize it is beautiful that we have gathered here in our nation's capital. We are calling out the U.S. Congress. We are calling out the U.S. Supreme Court. But I want to share with you the incredible news that there are over 130 actions taking place all across the country. And I want to be clear, folks, the Move to Amend coalition does not purport to speak for Occupy. We are more humble than that. We have more humility than that. We recognize, however, we don't want to speak for Occupy, but we want to collaborate with Occupy. We are eager in your communities, wherever you are, get in touch with us. MoveToAmend.org. We're going to build the movement that's going to make it clear that corporations do not have inherent, inalienable constitutional rights. And at the same time, we will affirm clearly and unambiguously that human beings do. And I am very happy to be bringing to the stage one of the leaders of the civil liberties movement in this country. His name is Shahed Battar. He's with the Bill of Rights Defense Committee. He is my friend and a fantastic human being. Shahed.
Shout out to everybody who's blessed this microphone. Shout out to all of you for being out here today. I'm going to rhyme for you one time. I'm going to hopefully get y'all chanting with me. And then I'm going to share 2 thoughts before I bounce. Try this with me. Corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. Corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. We all strive, bees in the human hive, trying to find something higher than what we're all mired in. Democracy? Monstrosity. Look around, it's a power monopoly in which we're granted rhetorical freedoms while the fat cats lead hedonistic lives. It's like we might as well die since all we do while His cry out of desperation, frustration, aggravation, and then the ultimate starvation, if not of the body, then of the soul. Working fingers to the bone precludes a holistic chance at living, so all are giving all a time to money-hungry banks. We're always joining the always swelling ranks of underappreciated, uncompensated, under-recognized, underclassed. Folks be shut out of opportunities to gain success, contributing by subsisting to the mess all around us. It confounds us. It hounds us all the way to an early grave. Have you noticed? People are like the stubble our society shaves. We get treated like refuse with the excuse that someone's got to lose for some corporation to win, as if it's not one world we all live in. You know, built on the backs of our poorest brothers. We've all forgotten the things we're all taught by our mothers. Share, care for the people out there, be they dark or pale, cool or square, bald or hairy as the monkeys we all evolved from. Add to the cauldron greed, arrogance, pride, vice. It'd be so much better if we just remembered that corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. Corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. Corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. Don't forget, it's not just that corporations are people. Corporations have more rights than we do. The very same term that the Supreme Court decided Citizens United, it also held in another case, the Humanitarian Law Project, that we don't have a First Amendment right to support nonviolence abroad. The case held that you can be guilty of support for terrorism if you neither committed or ever intended to support violence. Peace and justice activists around the country have been subjected to FBI surveillance, infiltration, raids, and investigations for nothing more than their belief. It's not just the corporations have the right to buy elections. They have First Amendment rights that you do not have. The First Amendment is under assault, under a corporate flag. Folks, remember what happened in Chicago this week? An ordinance was passed, the Sit Down and Shut Up ordinance, to keep people from dissenting during the NATO and G8 summits. Our local governments can be part of this assault on the Bill of Rights and on our freedom of speech, or they can be with us. Last thing I'll say, in the dead of night, the last day of 2011, President Obama signed into a law subjecting potentially U.S. citizens suspected on the basis of their First Amendment activities to military detention without trial. Is that part of the America that we live in? No. Corporations are our creations. It is we, the people, who comprise this nation. Thank you for being out here today.
Thank you. No way. NDAA.
We say no way.
NDAA. We say
no way.
Ladies and gentlemen, time. Great, not only analysis, but the lyrical rhythms, and it's so beautiful to see him at the mic this way. I'm also very proud now to bring you representatives of the people's media. You know, I get sick and tired of the corporate media and the propaganda machine, but isn't it wonderful that Pacifica affiliate WPFW is a place where we hear the truth every day? And you know, on 89.3, you know these gentlemen who are bringing it to you. I'm talking about the Raucous Caucus. Come on up, Mike, Mark, Garland, Terry.
We are the Raucous Caucus. I'm Mark. I'm Terry.
And I'm Garland.
And we are the Raucous Caucus. And you are the caucus, and we're glad to be here, and we thank you. Hey, I want to point out one thing real quick, guys. You know you can rent that building back there? I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up. As a producer, I have rented that building, literally, for special events for rich people. But they've changed the policy. Now you can buy the damn building, and it's been bought.
Terry, are you going to buy the building? What are you going to use it for?
Well, I'm going to use it for justice, like the rest of this crowd here, all right? I mean, we got a constitution we could follow, right?
Well, listen, I am a constitutional lawyer, and I have a document that I really encourage 5 guys in robes behind me to read. It's called the Constitution of the United States. Yeah! And honestly, we don't need to change it, because here's what it says. It says, first of all, we the people of the United States ordain and establish this Constitution. Whose Constitution? Our Constitution. Whose Constitution? Our Constitution. And the Constitution says in the 14th Amendment, who are citizens of the United States. You can't take away the privileges of a citizen of the United States. So who's the citizen of the United States? 14th Amendment, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States. Now, all of you were either born or naturalized in the United States? Okay, corporations, where's your birth canal? Who's your mother?
Like a car.
Well, were you born? I don't think so. Naturalization means becoming a citizen of the United States, taking a citizenship test. Did Exxon take the citizenship test? Declare allegiance? We don't need to change this. We're already in it.
Well, I must say it's nice to be here in front of all these two-legged corporations today. Because, I mean, conversely, if corporations are people, then everyone here must be corporations.
You right? All right. Okay. I'm gonna read you a little quote here from one of our, one of those guys way back when, a couple hundred years ago, Thomas Jefferson. You may have heard of him. Lethargy is the forerunner of death to public liberty. Are you guys lethargic? No. Hell no. And what country can preserve its liberties if rulers are not warned from time to time that this people preserve the spirit of resistance? Are we resisting? Yes! I want to take you one step further because this is going to take a long time and it's going to be a big battle. You've got to take the movement, in my humble opinion, to the revolutionary level. Yes! This needs to be the revolution. Yes! This is the real revolution. The revolution that you guys had, well, you guys, you weren't there, I was, but back 200 years ago? Pretty old. That revolution didn't do it, and you know it didn't do it. We've got to start the revolution. This is the real revolution. Say it for me. This is the real revolution. All right, Garland.
And just a few days ago, we celebrated the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King, which is very important. Why is that very important? Because what was demonstrated was that huge actions can change huge problems. That this can be changed. There are a lot of people who look around and say, well, there's just a few people and people are angry, but the Supreme Court, the government, everyone around us, they're too powerful. There's nothing we can do. It has been demonstrated that change happens, but it happens from the bottom. It's not going to the top. We can get angry in Congress. Last time I checked, there's no one there that hadn't been elected. The bottom line is Americans put people there that are doing the things that are harming us. We're the only ones that can change it. Change comes from the bottom. What is important is not this rally. It's what you do when you leave this rally. It's what you do when you leave here. It's who you talk to. It's how you build the movement. So keep in mind, these rallies are great rah-rah sessions, but when you leave here, don't just go home and feel good about yourself. Leave something, and there can be serious change, serious people.
One last thing. It is not impossible to have change. The decision, the Citizens United decision, was a 5-4 decision. All we have to do is wait and elect a president that, when one of those 5 justices is gone, appoints a justice who respects the Constitution of the United States. That's all we have to do, is elect a president who appoints justices who respect the Constitution of the United States. One guy's gone, and guess what? We can get our freedoms back. So go and work to elect that president.
And we are the Raucous Caucus, and we thank you very much. We are the revolution. Join the revolution. That's what it's going to take. Thank you.
Last but not least, every Tuesday, 7 p.m., 89.3 FM here in Washington, D.C. on WPFW.
Thank you, Raucous Caucus. And thank you, Garland, for reminding us so specifically that the real action will take place after this rally. And to that end, I have 2 announcements. Number 1, for those of you who would like to get involved in the Move to Amend coalition and learn our strategy, how we're going to actually win a constitutional amendment, at 2:30 at the United Methodist Building, we will be meeting, strategizing, conspiring, because we are a nonviolent revolutionary movement. We're serious. This is not just to make ourselves feel good. I already feel good. We do this work because we expect to win. And surely as the American revolutionaries, as surely as the abolitionists, as surely as the women of Seneca Falls and the women's suffrage movement, as surely as the trade union movement, as surely as the civil rights movement. Every single movement that made this country decent and good, when it began, they were told it was impossible.
That's right.
Think about that. We today are standing at a moment of historic proportions in the United States. We are the next phase of a revolutionary movement. We are at the next stage because we take ourselves seriously. We are going to govern this country. And we're going to do it by small acts and big acts. And sometimes those acts come somewhere in between. And now I want to bring to you a veteran of the Vietnam War. Somebody who had self-described never been involved in activism in any type, shape, or form until the Citizens United case. And this gentleman was so outraged, he had to do something. And what did he do? He and his brother got together and walked across the country from California to Washington, D.C. in order to bring attention to Citizens United and to support the growing Move to Amend coalition. Ladies and gentlemen, Laird Monahan.
Thank you so much, Dave. This is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited to be here.
Here's the microphone.
Closer to mine.
Well, of course, the decision came down a couple of years ago. I envisioned people marching on Washington with forks and torches. When that didn't happen, and after 5 days, everybody seemed to go back to sleep, I told my brother, we got to do something. We got to walk across the United States and wake up the people. So we walked together, and over 3,000 miles, and with help from David Cobb, Nancy Price, and the entire Move to Amend coalition, and many local activists along the way, we held over 30 rallies. When we got to Washington, D.C., at the Lincoln Memorial, we were met by Bill Moyer and his backbone campaign. This action today is the fulfillment of the vision that I had of the people marching on Washington, and I'm just incredibly impressed by all of you people here, and many thousands of people all across the country are rising up to reclaim their control over corporations instead of having it the other way around. Yeah. Great God, I'm so proud of all of you. Yeah. People, can you make a noise? Yeah. Can you make a noise? Yeah. Mic check, mic check. Justice Roberts. Chief Justice Roberts. We are here to tell you that corporations are not people. Justice Roberts, we are here to tell you that money is not speech. Chief Justice Roberts, we are here to tell you we are not going to Citizens United decision at its face value. We are going to rebuild our democracy. Yeah. We the people. We the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laird Monahan. And I have to, in his absence, a big shout out to his brother Robin Monahan who walked with him. And now, folks, two quick things. Number one, I am reminded 2:30 is a long way away. Union Station, however, is very near. So please go get a bite to eat, a cup of coffee at Union Station. Stick around. 2:30. The United Methodist Building, we're going to be strategizing. The second thing I have to do is announce to you in the spirit of genuine willingness to let all voices be heard that when Move to Amend was organizing this rally, we had a corporate person come threaten to occupy the court. And we were informed that there was a corporate person who wanted to speak. And they wanted to have all of the time as they're used to. But we said, well, since you're really part of the 1%, you get 1% of the speaking time. So we're going to give them 1% and 1% only. Will Rice, corporate person.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is great. I never thought this many people out here celebrate the 2nd anniversary of United. This is wonderful. You know, Citizens United is really my favorite decision of all time. It's 2 years old today. It's 2 years old, so it's old enough to cause trouble, but too young to care. And as a corporate person American, these have been some of the happiest years of my life. These last 2 years, I haven't had this much fun since I was a kid. And we used to play corporate raiders and ineffectual regulators. But I know some of you may be upset. That's what I understand. Some of you who may suffer from embodied bias. Some of you who think that somehow pulse persons are more important than corporate ones. You may be feeling a bit low right now. Maybe as low as Mitt Romney's tax rate. So I know one way that always helps me cheer up is with song. So some of you may have gotten this this song sheet here. Some of you may have seen a video I made a little while ago. And what it is it's a love song to my favorite Supreme Court decision. It's sung to the great old American standard, Isn't It Romantic? And feel free to join in. There's a fellow over there with earmuffs and a black coat. He's got some copies of it. And you'll catch on to the chorus pretty soon anyway. I'm doing this a cappella, so let's give it a shot. Citizens United, birth certificate of corporate personhood. Citizens United, a Solomonic rip that's richly understood. High court rules wealthy people need not have a pulse. Newest Frankenstein sequel, but with golden bolts. Citizens United, government for sale, price of liberty. Citizens United, governance may fail, a minor casualty. Speech over most folks' budgets, all they have to wield is mass alarming might. Citizens Unite! Have a good time, folks. I'm glad you're out here, and let's give a big happy birthday to Citizens United.
Okay, corporate butt off the stage. All right, everybody, we're not quite done, and I want to do a shout out for all the occupiers. Who's participated in occupations here? The occupation of space has allowed us to come together and find out what we share in common. But the occupation of space is also a metaphor for the occupation of our imagination, the occupation of our authority, and the occupation of our power. Right. We are going to collaborate with and move into a culture, more into the culture of the occupations when we go across the street. And I hope that occupiers here will lead when we're over there to do that.
Bill?
So,
is this one person from the Occupy?
Totally. And Team Banner, would you all assemble your thing over here where you're greeting us when we cross the road? Brother.
Hi, everybody. Hi. You're going to have to bear with me. I lost my voice protesting. They took away my free speech, so I gave them my voice. My name's Sean Mopp. I started out in Lawrence, Kansas. I've moved halfway across this country. I've been to 12 occupations already. I've met a lot of good people. I've seen a lot of good things. Probably the main question I get asked in my life is why Occupy. And I'd like to express that to you in a brief story. When I was a little kid, I was dirt poor. I didn't have food a lot of the time. I didn't have shelter to live in. I myself looked at the 1%ers, or the people with neat clothes and the cars and nice schools that they went to. As a child, I literally thought there was a genetical difference between them and I. I felt like they were better than me, like they were some high, supreme being. I cried to my father numerous times about not having food, about not having the medication I needed. So when someone asks me why I occupy, it's to make sure that no other child on the face of this earth feels the same way I did as a child. To medicate, to house, to feed, to educate every child. Give all those integral universal rights to every child in this world. Now, I've walked across this country. I met a lot of good people. I met a lot of small organizations, a lot of small dots across the nation. Good people trying to do good work. And my job in life is to connect all those organizations together, all of those good people together, so they can work stronger and more in solidarity. It's these fractions of small groups, how they beat us, how they took our power, how they passed the NDAA, the Patriot Act, how they're trying to pass SOPA, PIPA, how they're taking away your voice, how they passed Citizens United. Now, we once had the power here. We once had unions. We once had an education system that was first in the world. Now we're down to like 17th in the world. We spend the most money than any other government or any other nation on the face of the planet. We spend all our money on wars, whether you want to talk about Korea, Vietnam, obviously Afghanistan, Iraq, it goes on and on. I occupy to connect you people together to remember that you don't need the dependency on government or corporation, that the beauty and creativity are inside each and every one of you. Occupy does not endorse the Republicans, the Democrats, the Green Party, or any of that. We're done with all of them. We endorse the people for the power of the people. I love you all. That's all I want to say. Remember, it is us. Look to your left, look to your right. Those are your brothers and your sisters. Never break the connection of humanity. I love you all. More peace and freedom.
Thank you, Sean. In a sense, we've occupied our imaginations. They told us that we were endowed with certain inalienable rights, and they convinced us that somehow our Constitution was a human rights-based document, but it's never been a human rights-based document. It's all about somebody's, like a social contract, and who's in and who's out. Well, that's not the dignified society we want to be part of. We want to make sure that we're transitioning in this nonviolent revolution to not a constitutional-based rights society, social contract, but actually a human rights-based social contract. So, one of the things that we wanted to do with this 28th Amendment is reclaim the human rights social contract from the Declaration of Independence. And that's why we quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." Can I hear you say that? We hold these truths to be self-evident. Article 1, a corporation is not a person. Please say that. A corporation is not a person. Article 2, just read it with me. Money is property, not speech. Article 3, you guys are going to have to look that up a little bit. Thank you very much. These have been very good. Article 3, here we go. Constitutional rights are for people. Because there are civil political rights that are actually a subset of human rights. We're going to build from the power we have to the power we need to transform this society. So today, we're helping us imagine the change that we want, the transformation of this society. Yeah. My favorite poet is Diane de Prima, and a quote is, "The only war that matters is the war against the imagination." Mic check. Mic check. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. war that matters is the war against the imagination. The only war that matters is the war against the imagination. All other wars are subsumed by it. All other wars are subsumed by it. So we are going to parade this. Oh, we can stop the mic, Chuck. Thank you. Very good at that. That was good, though. You've been hanging out at a lot of occupations, I can tell. Good job. So we are going to parade this 8th Amendment across the street. Greet some of our friends over there, and I'm going to invite you to imagine this going into effect. We're going to ask for your signature. We're not going to wait for Congress to pass an amendment. We are going to build the movement from community to community around this country and we are going to change the social fabric of this country. And we are going to build from the power we have to the power we need to do that. And that is going to mean occupying banks, occupying evicted homes, occupying our governments and state houses to relieve our people of debt and bring them into a movement that is about human rights, not corporate rights. All right. So does everybody know which side you're on? Good. So let's hear it. Laura, can you give us a little... We're going to chant this as we go across, and we're going to ask our Supreme Court which side they're on. And in between that, we're going to chant, corporate rights are for people, not for corporations. Right? Good. That's good. So Laura, take this mic.
You've been working hard, man. You can ride anywhere in the city free now, huh? You in the cabin?
No, I don't ride my bike.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Well, if you can't, parade behind the 28th Amendment.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Right side are you on? Which side are you on? Corporations. Which side are you on? Corporations. Right side are you on? Corporations. Right side are you on? Not for corporations. Right side are you on? Corporations. Right side are you on? Not for corporations. Which side are you on? Right side are you on? Tell me which side are you on? Not for corporations. Right side for people, not for corporations. Which side are you on? Corporations. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me which side are you on? Corporations. Which side are you on? 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 Not for corporations.
Josh.
Corporation.
How are you?
Not
Well, it's kind of hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Wow. A great rally today.
That's a fun picture. Very nice. Very
nice. Can you tell me who you are and why you are, sir?
David Cobb, spokesperson for the Move to Amend Coalition.
Right. So what are we doing here today at the Supreme Court?
We're here because the U.S. Supreme Court created the legal doctrine that a corporation is a person with constitutional rights. The Supreme Court created the legal doctrine that money is speech. These two doctrines together have affected the theft of American democracy. It's the scene of the crime, really. So we're here not only in the U.S. Supreme Court, but at 130 federal district courts across the country as part of a growing movement that is demanding to amend the U.S. Constitution, abolish the idea of corporate constitutional rights, abolish the idea that money is speech, so that we can make the United States of America a functioning democratic republic.
Wow. What were your thoughts when the Supreme Court decision on Bush versus Gore that you have never gone into the courts? Where were you at then?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was with the Green Party, and we were at the front lines actually demanding full recount. Bush versus Gore was another example. Let's be clear. The United States Supreme Court actually codified the theft of the American presidency in Bush versus Gore. And in other countries, when there's a coup d'etat, and that's what it was, a coup d'etat, but it was a judicial coup d'etat. And in other countries, when there's a coup d'etat, the people rise up. So shame on the American people for not rising up to resist it. But you know what? The real shame is actually with Al Gore, who instead of leading a charge, actually, as the president of the U.S. Senate, actually presided over the orderly theft in the United States Senate. So we, the people, were not able to actually galvanize. I'm proud to tell you that in 2004, I was the Green Party candidate for president of the United States. And when George Bush stole another election, it was the Green Party that demanded a recount in Ohio to actually prove that the electronic voting machines that were being used illegitimately and illegally.
All right, so thank you so much. I look forward to hanging out with you later on today.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, sir.
I'm trying to contact Harvard Law. I used to work at the Harvard Law.
are unstoppable. Another world is possible. We 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 are unstoppable. Why can't I go twice to court? For freedom is stronger than the prison. Our passion for freedom is stronger than the prisons. Our passion for freedom is stronger than the prisons. Our passion for freedom is stronger than the prisons. Our passion for freedom is stronger than the prisons. Our passion for freedom is stronger than the prisons. Whoa! Crooks and thieves, protected by police. 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 One of the most beautiful days I've seen in a long time. It's a group of occupiers. It's a group of occupiers. Doing the hokey pokey. And making police laugh. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Of good. Overcoming violence. Even when they try to shut us out. Our numbers and our humor. Let us break through. Thank you, Occupy. This is why you're awesome. On my honor. Hold myself not accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution of our community. Burn down! Yes, sir! We are the people! We are the people! You are the people! You are the people! Why can't we be friends? Why
to know who is the commanding officer. None of those cops would tell me.
Deputy Chief. I'm assuming he's the only one with the name tag on.
Is that him?
I don't know.
All I was told was he's here somewhere.
Okay, here, come up to the front. Come up to the front. Good question, ma'am. Yeah. Let the press through. Let the press through.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
It is time!
It is time!
To take this country!
To take this country!
In a different direction!
In a different direction!
From the justices!
From the justices!
Who stole it from us!
Who stole it from us!
I.e. Scalia!
I.e. Scalia!
Thomas! Roberts!
Roberts!
We are over it!
We are over it!
And we come to repeal, to amend, to do again, a Citizens United! We will not have travesty of our laws ever again! Never again! Will there be a Citizens United?
I want my country back!
I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back! I want my country back!
I want my country back! I want my country back! The fucking commanding officer doesn't even have to
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! We have right here! We have right here! A perfect example! A perfect example! Of all that's wrong with this country! Of all that's wrong with this country! We have a body! We have a body! Charged with upholding! Charged with upholding! The Constitution of the United States! The Constitution of the United States! The highest law of the land! The highest law of the land! On its First Amendment! On its First Amendment! It says we may! It says we may! Redress our grievances! Redress our grievances! And Congress may make no laws! And Congress may make no laws! Protecting! Against! Are addressing these grievances! Are addressing these grievances! Yet and still! Their implementation arm! Is keeping us from it! The agency! Charged with upholding the Constitution! Currently violating it! Let's put this case before them! Why? Can we not? Move forward! In accordance! With the First Amendment! This is our court! Democracy is not a gated community!
Democracy is not a gated
We're going to frustrate
Democracy
is not a gated community! Democracy is not a gated community! He's not going to hug his kids for like Democracy is not a gated community! Why are you protecting injustice? Why are you protecting the guys that rip you off? They steal your taxes just as much as they steal.
Join us once they take your pensions away.
Yeah, we're fighting for your pension. Be on the other side of this line whenever they steal your pension. How many of you union officers are sitting at home twiddling their thumbs wishing they could pay their Albuquerque.
I will go buy a box of donuts if you let us up.
No, the corporations promise their mortgages. They'll shoot us. Yeah, no, they'll shoot us. You know, they'll use live ammunition on us before they use a rubber bullet. Before
downtown is a free good one.
Jawohl, ich kann sprechen Deutsch. Ich kann sprechen Deutsch. Was ist los?
Yeah, so we have people calling.
Vamos español también. Sprechen auf Englisch, keine Revolution oder Spanish.
Put down their guns. It's okay to be afraid. And join this movement. that these cops are not stupid, or short-sighted. They have families. They are families. They do jobs. Just like us.
Corporation.
Free!
Once they have that badge on their tools and corporation.
We have families too. And the interest protecting their family is sharing thousands of others. Tell me what a police state looks like. This is what a police state looks like. It's a form of...
Yes, rise up, people, yeah! Because it's not to the point where they're constantly motherfuckers down.
I'm here to stop this from using the First Amendment. I'm just saying I don't like the word police state because there are actually...
I've got free speech and I continue to say fuck them.
I'm a voluntary citizen. I agree with you, but I will defend that's the right to say. Use your word. Take that away. It's tyranny.
They completely isolated camps from each other.
It is a strategic principle. Strategic principle.
This is a strategic principle.
Strategic principle. Motherhood. Brotherhood. Motherhood. And mismatch. It is an idea.
Believe me.
We want our movement to be the moral equivalent of motherhood.
We want our movement to be the moral equivalent of motherhood.
We want grandma.
We want grandma
baking cookies.
For
the blockade.
We
do not want to scare.
We do not want to scare.
Grandma.
It is very important.
It is very important.
You want that in the back,
The whole world is watching.
I try never to get ahead of my audience.
Get ahead of my audience.
Breaking things at the Supreme Court is getting ahead of your audience. And it's not the moral equivalent. Of motherhood.
I tried to go around.
Okay, no. So, yes, even if it's the whole world is watching.
The whole world is watching.
Because you get these things are weapons.
We should get a little more money, you know what I mean?
They probably like tell them Sweet tea. Sweet tea. I don't think there's any
Our courts! Whose court? 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 Our courts! Our courts! Our courts! Our courts! Our courts! Our courts!
Go! Much less than me on the stairs.
People up here, I don't know about that guy. I just think you guys are pretty here though. We're pretty cool.
That's the same guy I called hating on freedom yesterday. I swear to God, it's one of I called on pictures. It is, yo.
We'll give you some, we'll donate the scrap metal. That's even better.
You know what? No, save it so that
We'll create a fund.
Create a fund for that, you know?
One came with some scrap metal.
Everybody left.
We're doing our cases for people kind of like it takes them all to decide they're going to do something, even though we all know they're going to do it. Then when we do it in small steps, so it takes a fucking effort.
I'll never get my shot.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
Broke my neck. I tried to do that when we get by to sign our lawsuits. I don't know if it fell apart. And when I first got here, I tried to work
I'll be asking Pierce until the 22nd. I was there. I was going to walk. I heard about it, but I called you to put on What do you mean get a piece of it? I can actually take it to the
Yeah, I got one of the trim.
That's a very
No fucking oppression. 300 years. Somebody got paid.
Get the fuck up here! 1, 2, 3. Use it! No, it was all got a lot of neutered males out there, huh? Act like you got a sex. More women on these stairs than men. That's a shame.
Other power! Good luck.
There was no reason why it was there to close today.
No.
Mike, check! Across the world, people are waking up! People are waking up! We are realizing the injustices, the oppression that has been forced against us. We are Egypt! We are Egypt! We are Libya! We are Libya! We are Syria! We are Syria! We are Bahrain! We are Bahrain! We are Canada! We are Canada! We are Ireland! We are Ireland! We are the UK! We are the UK! We are all of Europe! We are all of Europe! We are all of Asia! We are all of Asia! We are America! We are America! And we are human beings! We are human beings! Yeah. And we are pissed off! We are pissed off! We are knees or die on your feet!
Me too, I took a picture of it.
I miss that guy. We're right over my head. We want to change the law. We want to live in a better country.
I've been to mass destruction.
Oh shit, we're going well. Do it but I have named Atlanta.
Nobody wants to attack it.
There are a couple people that might be able to get me.
I was crossing guys.
It's not bad. I don't want to take my mess with that pack and like all the gear it has. I have a computer on me.
But in the old days.
Yeah, if I weren't alone, I would. Right.
Here how are you
Keep them occupying the steps. We tore it down. There's about 50 of us on the steps right now, taking back our street court. But they're still behind us. Deliberately not scared anymore. Told us right there. We're going up the steps. They told us to go up the steps. We will be arrested. That is wrong. This is a freedom of speech. This is our right to the court and oppress our justices in reality. That's
chant for Buffalo. Thank you very much. Hey, Chris, man, it's a stand for you too.
Standing here. Bless their heart.
Bless their heart.
Stand in the public space.
Stand in the public space.
And I am not allowed.
And I am not allowed.
How much stronger would we all be?
How much stronger would we all be?
If we were all facing the same direction.
We were all facing the same direction.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Man, you want them to turn back or us to turn forward? I don't get it. Sorry, a little confused on the details.
Maybe the cops will turn around.
We didn't talk about the
It's proven misbehavior.
So it's like, my mom would beat me.
Turn
around and go home. While you're here, people are being trapped in the ghetto. While you're being here, I'm sure someone is up at gunpoint.
And I want some NLG up here in the front. Somebody get me an NLG server, please. A green hat. Yeah, she's fast. Over here. Do your job, NLG. Jesus Christ. I want her to witness me citing them the law that they're breaking right now. She's right here.
And we all know it, but we still accept every step of the way. And we're like, it's the best it can get.
I mean, like, I'm a white male. I could look at that. Like, you guys, I mean, you know, this is the highest you can get, really. I mean, there are a few lucky limited exceptions sometimes. Everyone's scared.
Not me. Half my ancestors from Jamaica and Cuba, and we took those islands.
MFD trouble order 1101111.
If I saw a corporation, would you let me in?
Sir, could you please tell me your name? I am Julie Incorporated. See, here's what's happening. I keep asking them, and they're just ignoring me. They're breaking the law, and I have it now. I have my team here on the stream.
Are these some?
I'm willing to incorporate myself right now.
Anybody got $100 bill?
Anybody got some money?
What's MFD?
Maybe we go up and get some.
If
you're incorporated, you can get up the steps.
201.
We need lobbyists. We need lobbyists.
You want a corporation?
Does anyone have a business?
Hey, let's start a free speech fund.
Maybe you can make a speech fund.
Who's got $1? Who's got $1?
That's right, they stole it all.
I think they should all just turn around and march up the stairs with it. Yeah. Hey, 50.
I like money, but I want change.
Hey, 50 cents from everybody. A free speech fund. What do you? Tap into Citizens United.
Would you like to? You want to try? Let's see if they'll answer. Right, ask them.
What law are we breaking?
What law are we breaking?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Why won't you let us walk onto the steps tomorrow?
Because we're conscious. That's what.
We can do this on our own.
We can do this on our own. Cops go home. We can do this on our own. Cops go home.
We can do this on our own. Cops go home. We can do this on our own. Cops go home. We can do this on our own. Cops go home. We can do this on our own. Cops go home.
We can do this on our own.
You know what I say we do? I say we go take capital steps.
That's cheap.
You think you're me?
I finally read it back. That doesn't mean ignore us. That means redraft. Can't read the book.
We should do that. We should
Who do you protect? Who do you serve? 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 Who do you protect?
They know the government is fucking stealing everything, being corrupt, and they don't fucking arrest them. When they play golf together, you know. Bad cop!
cops! No donuts!
No donut!
No justice! No donuts! No justice! No donuts!
No justice! No donuts! No justice! No donuts! No justice! No donuts!
That's the word kid.
All these young cops don't realize their fucking pension's gonna be gone. Think about that.
They're not gonna
You guys know about Captain Ray Lewis? That's a real fucking cop right there. He had a constitution.
I guess once it's full, always it's full, huh?
You guys are missing your balls. Where are your balls?
Yeah, what did they fucking do? Academy?
It's finally set for us.
What do I position?
There's plenty of room. Move forward.
Step up. Now's your chance.
Hey, if you're cold and we
Party heat is good.
Fight back down. Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Someone was wondering. What law are you breaking?
What law are you breaking?
I know that law.
I know that law.
It's parading an assemblage.
It's parading an assemblage.
On the Supreme Court Plaza.
On the Supreme Court Plaza.
So there's a law.
So there is a law.
That says specifically. Your right to free speech.
Your right to free speech.
And freedom of assembly.
And freedom of assembly.
Are not wanted.
Are not wanted.
At the same building.
At the same building.
That's supposed to defend them.
That's supposed to defend them.
Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame!
Hey, there's room for you too!
Yeah, I remember you New York. I remember you.
Hello.
Whose court? Whose court?
Our court!
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 Whose court? Whose court?
Okay, and your audience.
I'm with DCTV, and I'd like to ask you why you're here today, your purpose for occupying the Supreme Court.
Well, people used to talk about public financing of campaigns as the gateway issue. Like they can't get anything until the representatives actually represent them. Well, that's true. And obviously, we've got some really serious structural problems in this country, and the constitutional amendment might not even be enough. We need to have a whole constitutional convention, a new social contract based on human rights. That would be the vision I would hold. That said, the real gateway to the gateway of having our elected officials actually having a chance at a functional representative democracy would to stop this ridiculous idea that corporations are persons and have any rights whatsoever that we don't decide and that we can take away. And it's corrosive and corrupting idea that money is speech instead of property. We all know that money is property. You have more property, you don't get more speech. So I'm here today. My name is Lawyer. I direct the Backbone campaign, and we're here to organize and design a rally that would help grow this movement, that would deliver a message that brought more people to the cause. And I think we have to act strategically, and I think we have to work against the collusion between corporate and elected power in our communities. But know that we're part of though we're community-based, that we're a nationally networked movement. And I hope that the work we did today will support that.
So, I would like to know, what was your thoughts on Supreme Court's decision in 2000, Bush versus Gore, when they took the vote from the people?
Well,
a lot of us was here at the Supreme Court, but there was a lot of people missing.
Well, I think a lot of us were missing. A lot of us were thinking, where are the people? Where's the outrage? Why aren't the people in the streets? And there seemed to be nothing organized. Well, thank God you guys were here. You know, I'm from Vashon, Washington, so it's a little bit of a trip out here, but we should have all been doing stuff then. I mean, look at what happened when we failed to act at that time. My God, we have squandered a decade and trillions of dollars on bullshit wars. We've created a security state that's going to be very hard to dismantle and unravel. Now, you're absolutely right. That would have been the time to get up, stand up, and it is super sad that it didn't happen at that moment. Okay.
ready to run. I think they need it.
Free speech! Money is not 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 free speech! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! We are the 99%! You 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 are the 99%! We 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 are the 99%!
Show me what hypocrisy looks like.
I was assaulted in D.C. by this guy.
So we have plenty of room.
I'm sorry.
Come on now. We're behind you. You're not the only one here. Come on now. You did that a couple of times already.
Talk to me about it.
I'm
don't
talking to
hit
you.
me and yell at me. Like, be a little bit courteous,
Well,
please.
you know, you need to.
I like that. California. Yeah. There we go. It is cool. Yeah, we're from Florida.
I'm from Houston.
Oh, are ya?
Yeah. This summer was 115. I'm not When I left, I was
You're a fucking cop! Right? You're a cop!
Sorry.
Your children should be ashamed of you! She's a cop! She's a fucking traitor! She's a cop! She's a fucking cop! What proof? I was just inside! I was just inside! You got accusations, you bring some proof. You're a fucking infiltrator! It's a peaceful protest! What's your name? David. What's your name?
Yeah, I got his name.
We love you! strong, comrade!
It's the 1984.
This is what an eagle trip looks like!
That's the
What's going on here?
And it's the two people that I told you. Oh, my bad. Those are the two people that I said were talking.
Well, yeah. Oh, I know.
No justice, no peace, no bitch-ass police!
Like we're gonna have
No peace, no bitch-ass police!
congressional rules or the Supreme Court rules, which means
Fuck you, you
lawyers, I mean, it's gonna have to start off at the federal.
Fuck the police! From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police!
From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police! From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police! From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police!
From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police!
From Oakland to Greece, fuck the police!
Well, we're missing the meeting.
The guy is the guy holding that camera right now.
People had to make us look violent. Oh, man. Well, it's also an example of how much the establishment has got them right. They don't want to.
When you rough us up like you do, you may not realize that we have medical problems. You may not realize that we have medical problems. If you want to arrest us, for practicing our right to free speech, can you please do so without rupturing internal organs? They don't give a fuck. Possibly causing paralysis. They don't care. Supposed to do. That is not what police are supposed to do.
But they do!
But they do.
But they do!
That's why you should trust them!
My check.
I just wanted to
Take a second.
to say good job to everybody today.
To say good job to everybody today.
We took barricades.
We took barricades.
We took the steps.
We took the steps.
With a minimal number of arrests.
With a minimum level of arrests.
But enough arrests. That court cases are coming.
Court cases are coming.
They're going to have to prove their point.
To prove their point.
In the court of law.
In the court of law.
And wouldn't it be nice?
And wouldn't it be nice
to protest out here
for
this very same case? Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot. Stronger too.
Who called them? Metro Police. You called Metro Police.
Thanks for pushing us down the stairs. We appreciate it. You're only getting us more followers.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Gandhi said. First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you.
Then they
fight you.
Then they fight you.
Then you win.
Yes.
Serves as evidence. That we are now on step 3. One step closer to our goal.
Who's winning? We are.
5 you guys wasted on what, like 6 arrests? Yeah, great fucking allocation of resources.
People dying fucking wars.
Show me what a mockery alert was.
That's why people dying.
Hold still. You guys hold still.
Why are you here today?
I'm sorry?
Why are you here today?
I'm part of Occupy. I'm here to fight on Citizens United. Corporations aren't people.
What's up with the Big Red One? You Big Red One?
Oh, no, that's...
How do we know which one's the unit?
First unit in the Army. Also, one love.
All right.
Not robots?
I think they're like the Terminators, you know what I mean? Like the same color.
15 minutes. No, but then because I almost went over.
Oh, right on. Coming out.
After 15 minutes, chase down Military Road. And a car,
Okay.
one on
Right on. Right on.
Congratulations, you pissed the Constitution.
They're sideways.
Move forward.
Step back! I like being in your pussy more than you like being in ours. Well, you might like it, I don't know. I haven't mentioned it.
Step back!
Two people who are suspected of undercover.
Stand down! Disobey unlawful orders! What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Hey, come on the street! Move these barriers up the steps! Yeah! Move the barriers up the steps! Use the barriers to push their asses back!
It ain't gonna be funny if somebody falls and breaks their neck.
Question, why did you guys even mess up in the first place?
Why?
Because they like to get
They let us in. They backed off. Allowed us to go up. They started arresting.
Take it.
Just not hit the boots. Those are nice boots. Yeah, I do admire your guys' boots. I guess I'm pretty nice boots.
Not corporations! We not even stand on the steps! What the hell?
Why would we be peaceful protesters if there wasn't something to fucking hide? Who do you serve? Who do you protect? People who pay your fucking salary? I don't think so.
Feels like you really got me.
No, not that bad. That would just be assault. It would be just assault. Nobody touched
this slave built this building, if I'm not mistaken. The idea of turning off at this point. I can get it back on live. Push this back to the bottom of the stairs.
Steps.
How are you doing? You see them, let's get that compliment? I did.
Outside they started pushing people. They
Never
actually
pushed you, brother.
actually like hitting people on the steps. And like they weren't resisting, but they were just fucking hitting people. And then like they just kept pushing people down and down and down the stairs. Like what happens is like they'll push into the cops will consolidate into a crowd, and then they'll have the rocket tours go and push people, and then it gives the cops an excuse to arrest and violence.
Pretty well. I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna have to
Pushed everybody there.
That's crazy.
I don't know what situation here very well. But I've been asking them, like, what if you guys wanted to protest? What if you guys had, what if you wanted to exercise your First Amendment right to protest and assemble? Like, you're facilitating the abuse of American rights that are your rights People always make plans, and then, like, what happens in any raid situation or in any sweep situation, whenever you fall behind the line, well, they started pushing people back, and then those that didn't get pushed back got arrested. But it's always the police that instigates the violence.
Nobody get arrested while I'm away. Thank you.
How many people were actually arrested?
We're actually arrested.
I bet you feel like a badass. You're a badass. You have a gun. A real man with a fucking gun. You're all a fucking whore. Real gentlemen, everyone, motherfucker, is corporate America's fucking bitch.
Then I just want to know if there's an actual rule.
You've been lied to just as much as us. We're not in denial.
Thank you for their
Yeah, those would have fucked up a little more. Those same groups. Hey, do your access still there. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Look at these boots. Look at these boots. They're the exact same. I think there is. There are like cavities.
You know what?
Sorry.
We need to find out. They all have different shoes.
Yeah, they all have different shoes. Some of them have the same one.
Get that camera. We know who you are now.
Yeah, anonymous have them placed all over fucking addresses and everything. It's a shame.
We know who you are. We know who you are. You cannot do that again. You cannot hide from us. You will all get this.
See, unlike them, I'll fucking. No, I ain't doing this back.
I love this crisis. They let us take it and then decided to come back. There was 9 arrests. Yeah, there was 9 arrests. And I got you were out of here, Joe.
I go to one side.
We're not sure. Especially right on the Occupy page, all the comments, thing you can start up for it.
Or either that or 1D. Guys, spread out a little bit. Spread out a little bit. Just get a little bit down to the left. Spread out, get a little bit. Here, slide to your left a little
I got a foot. I'm just saying, eventually, so long. Let's bring it back. Are you kidding?
Turn this shit up, huh? We're on TV. Them fucking coffee party people go.
Let's head down this wall.
I don't think any of them went on the bus.
Let's do it again.
Round 2.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Let's just stay here all day, all night. Until they leave, and then we'll go back up. They have 3 barricade fences.
We did in Oakland. They said fence, but not like a show.
No, we did it in Patty Park. We took the barricades and made it out.
Where was it where they locked the gates?
It was like...
Oh, you have a job? They can take this. It's not called peace.
White House tomorrow. White House tomorrow, y'all.
That's what I was just thinking.
They got another one. Sit down also.
This turned out
Help! It's on the agenda, but she doesn't want to be here. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to. I guarantee you, most of these officers would like to play and arrest bad people. But the thing is, people have lost. No, we gotta make them. Unfortunately, they're stuck. Bring them home. Put those zip ties on yourself and get them back in the car now. Sorry. I know most of you guys from what.
So, for those of you watching, there's about, well, on my stream, there's about 1,100.
Thank you for not pushing through. Hi, everybody. They just stopped. She never.
Jason! Kelly! Kelly! Out there, set. Should I walk down the street with this flag or should I give it away?
You're giving it away, I'll take it.
It's already
I wasn't sure anyone actually got it. It happened so quick. I know. Yeah, if I didn't know what happened, it looked like the protesters were fighting. They were all I didn't do all the fucking bad work for them.
They aren't even out there streaming, they're just trying to...
They're fucking cowards. That's what they are. They're fucking people that are cowards. They're turning all the very... He's an individual. At some point, I'm still here now. Do his job and still make a wife's conscience of how to do his job. That's the work around. Choice to live in fear, to live in law.
Apparently, so
it's just hard because I'm telling you, I was a father and I have this job and I have to protect my children to pay for their college and their job. I have to sit there and make a decision whether or not I have to do my fucking job. Right. Because I'll fucking get fired for it. I don't like it.
Michael.
Well, they're bad police. Most of them. They experience this all the time. Nothing new. Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall. You have to stay here for hours.
I just found out
they are not being taken to 101 M Street.
They are not being taken to 101 M Street.
Please hold on and I will find out and I will let you know.
Yes, hold on, I will find out and let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. I apologize. Did you get any footage of them hitting?
That's Global Revolution from New York. Yeah, but I mean, you get a better time.
Yeah, him over there walking down with these Cadillacs over there. Like they ain't shit.
One just started yelling at them. I don't know how he knew.
I have no
Because
idea.
one of them was like walking towards us.
I didn't see that
I made feature films. Hello. Hi, everybody.
Wow, look at
We got Cross Expo.
Cross Expo. Prosecuted for that? You're in jail.
Pictures? Alright. You going online?
Yeah, I'll put it up on YouTube. Education, the number 4.